get like pummeled as we go through the draft, but considering we've had like Poppy, Janna, Lulu, and interestingly Nico, even though Nico's an engaged support, she's often banned.
Yeah.
So the fact that she's come through and been picked, it means we still have like Rel, we still have Leona available, we still have Rakan. So it's actually a lot more of those engaged supports at this stage. Sometimes we get to game 4 and we're like, okay, you know, we're grasping at straws. We get to game 5, it's like, you know, is it a Shen and Maokai angle? So it's interesting how this series specifically has developed. As we get underway, though, we do see the Yunara being banned again on blue side and the Kiana coming through.
Aurora also going to be taken away as the AA bans come through here for DPLUS.
Yeah, that Azir staying constant. I feel like the Bard and the Annie are the big ones, really. If you look at the bans from the last game, those are the two big ones that open. So maybe T1 bans something else completely, and they kind of force DPLUS to choose Bard or Annie, which are you banning? We might take the other, so they ban Tristana. Ooh. So now T1, is Bard first pickable? Maybe. Annie definitely is.
Yeah, I assume the Annie is probably what has to... Never mind, the Bard will be banned away. So T1 can have the Annie if they would like to, and then the question mark becomes, do you then have to pick away Rakan? Because Annie Rakan has been so powerful, oftentimes paired with the Wukong as well, but you can't have that because that was played in the last game. So that will be the first pick here for T1. And Annie is a big ticket one as well. Now they can utilize it. We'll see whether it is going to work out. As DK, what is the plan? What are you going to reveal to us? As they did choose this red side. And this timer is going down. No hovers just yet as the Jhin that the space has been talking about.
Yep, I think pretty big to deny from Guma. Not a pick we see as being one of Aiming's best, but something he has played a good amount. But definitely denying from Guma huge. I wonder also if they take the Vi. A big pick for Lucid, but also Vi Annie can be pretty scary to play into. So maybe worried about that. Could look to take that away, especially because the jungle pool has been thinned so heavily in terms of picks that do thrive on Sundered Sky, which is kind of been the meta at the moment. Vi is one of the higher prior ones that is left available.
And the Jax also going to be left available. I don't know whether that is necessarily the highest of priority, but they will be taking that one away. Gragas up and possible to be picked into it here for Doran if he would like to.
Yeah, and that's the question. Do you want to specifically respond to the top lane pick, or do you want to pick in different areas? You know, obviously the Rakan was something you mentioned, but I think there are a lot of engaged supports. That being said, with it being D+, they can obviously ban away engaged supports and pick one themselves. When we go the second rotation, if you leave it, looks like it is going to be that MF. So going for a bit of a wombo combo here for T1. MF Rel could be pretty good. MF Vi could also work. I feel like both of those make sense in my mind. You could just go for the Gragas if you wanted to secure something for Doran into the Jax, but I do think that Gragas MF doesn't have the best synergy.
Yeah, it's a little bit anti-synergy there.
Yeah. And
instead, they're looking at the Leona. Of course, Leona actually a great pick into the MF, so denying that. Also, Beryl having a bit of a turnaround performance with the Leona against BNK Fearex, as Showmaker is hovering Malzahar.
Yeah, it feels more denial with the Leona, because I will say Leona not fantastic into Jax, with the fact that you can obviously counter-strike the stun, can be a bit annoying, but otherwise, Leona definitely fine for setting up some big ultimates. Definitely means that Aiming will be running Cleanse as well in this game. And the Morgana comes through. So we've seen the Morgana specifically in the Annie. And if you think about the value this game, Morgana into Annie, into Leona, is pretty absurdly high value here.
Yeah, that's actually kind of ridiculous. It's also still theoretically a flex pick at the same time. So if you find like an angle where you just want to put the Morgana on the bottom side, there is like something that you can do as far as...
Even in the jungle.
Yeah. Oh, that's actually a very good point. It's been a while.
Potential triple flex in theory. I think mid likely, but we could see it make things a little difficult. They will now ban the Gragas away. I also think it makes Vi a bit uncomfortable, because if you're going in for a Vial and they Black Shield, not a fun time. So we'll see what ends up coming out here. The Rel makes sense to ban in this situation. Maybe the Rakan, if you want to do your due diligence and just ban away all these engaged supports.
I feel like Rakan's like kind of awkward as well, just because if the bullet time is going off, it's not like you can really do Rakan things unless you can really get on top of the misfortune.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky.
Lee Sin as the
away from Oner. I think with the amount of CC available, it gives so much setup for Lee Sin, so I think it makes sense. They will still go for the Rakan, so I feel like all of the meta engage supports have kind of been cold now. There obviously are other alternative options. You can go for
the classic Jin Braum. Let's go. As it will be Nefiri locked in here for Lucid.
Okay.
And he was on the receiving end of this champion when Raptor played it. And so has now picked it up himself.
This is like the least playable Vi game ever.
Yes.
I think T1 happy they didn't pick the Vi earlier, because if you were playing Vi into this, it'd be absolute nightmare fuel. I honestly feel like the angle could be even like an AP jungler, especially if they go for something like a Gangplank here. If you go something like a more AP-focused jungle here, you could get a lot of value in this situation.
Well, GP comes out.
Something with like high pace, you know, maybe like a Lilia or a Zyra, I think could make a lot of sense here.
I think Lilia is certainly going to be a powerful option if he does want to go that way. And he isn't high damage as well, so I think AP is going to be a good shout if Oner does want to go that direction.
With the GP and the MF, you have more than enough AD in your composition.
Silas is another one of those choices, and that will be locked in as Beryl hovering a tree.
But yeah, I don't think you can. I mean, the Maokai, it seems like it's the choice they wanted to go for, but you can't give the Maokai ult for the Silas. I think that's just not what you want to do. So you can see he's kind of like, oh, I don't want to go for
Rammus! What?
Goes for the Rammus.
Hang on, where is everything going? Ox, help me!
Okay, it's mid Morgana, Rammus support.
But what doesn't make me sad is fan chance. So let's get into game number 4. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game number 4. And yes, it's Rammus support. Rammus Jin. I don't have very many stats on the lane, personally.
Yeah, and actually going Aftershock and Ignite, not going for Spellbook. So Keria also going Ignite. And both AD carries going Cleanse. So this is a little bit of a different taste from what we've typically seen, where we have both AD carries with Barrier, both supports with Heal, and Spellbook on both. I think Aftershock obviously make a lot of sense because you get so much value from the resistances on Rammus. And the Ignite, one of that extra early pressure in this game.
This is a type of draft that makes me really like Fearless.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't get Rammus support without it, which is just fantastic. As
I mean, it is Beryl,
take the
so
first barrel.
if there was anyone who's going to do it.
Oh god, now there's Beryl and Barrels in the same game.
Yeah, we'll take it.
By the way, 2015 was the first time Faker was counterpicked by Morgana in the mid lane, so he's had some experience with it. Don't know whether he'll be caught off guard yet again, especially because it's already happened here in the LCK.
Was not a fresh pick.
No, certainly was not. As we're seeing the Rammus in action, just wandering around in the brush. Pretty cool that Rammus gets picked right as the new Mario movie gets announced as well.
Yep. It doesn't have that much laning power is the only thing. And obviously, engaging onto the enemy AD carry is a bit tricky, especially because Leona can kind of block it. So it very much feels like a sort of pick where you're like, okay, if you go in, I'll kind of stop you.
Yep.
And then I'll roam. And that's kind of like the game plan.
And thankfully, Jin can farm from range with a few of his buttons, and that's going to be pretty important as aiming tries to get some vision down as Oner
doesn't.
Not sure whether
it's Beryl's first Rammus support pick. Good that we have that.
Wow.
No, yeah.
There you go. The learning does come in. Flash immediately going to be traded here towards the bottom side, and they get aimings as well.
Okay.
Oner with a successful gank. Yeah, there it is. The Rammus support LCK debut.
Yeah, we are not surprised to see that. Good reactions from Beryl not to get stunned there. Could have maybe been in trouble if he was. But still, Oner, despite not being on the Pantheon, despite being on the Silas, not the early jungle ganking champion you expect to just spam gank, but getting a lot of value already in this game, burning both summoners from the enemy bot lane. Will definitely make things easier for Keria and Guma in this one.
Yep, feeling pretty good. DK not going to be too worried about it. You can see the gold has not changed or anything like that. It's great stun to come through onto Gumayusi. I think Beryl cannot quite get in range for the taunt.
I think if you asked Beryl how he'd feel after that gank, he'd probably say, okay.
I think he probably would. As the Powerball has
Powerball into Ignite?
Okay, there it is.
There it is!
no! He called it and even gets the cleanse. Oh, this Rammus value so high already.
The tech, he's a knower.
All right, now just gonna walk in and start hitting the turret, get some money. Look at that.
Got to get the Willed Atlas value.
Okay.
You know, he's a big fan of Atlas, so you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty nice. Don't make me blush. Don't make me blush. As Lucid, he's a hot dog. And he's just hanging out in the enemy jungle, as right now Keria is going to sweep his way through. We'll see whether he does get in trouble, as there's the Powerball once again. Let's see whether he hits the jackpot, as Keria going to be taken down to about 50%. And Gumayusi comes on over here. Maybe they've overstepped their bounds, as the Chain Lash not going to quite find anything.
Yeah, and Guma bounced the what's it called again? The
double up?
The double up. He bounced it off the hot dog.
Oh. Okay, she not going to be able to quite find the angle here, as aiming almost gets the deadly flourish, but gets the flash out of Doran.
Yeah, pretty nice. Yeah, he bounced a double up off the hot dog to hit Lucid.
Oh, that's some anti-Neferi tech.
Yeah, so getting a good amount of value there.
Well, so far, nothing to report as far as advantages built up. First Dragon is going to be a Hex tech, so that'll take that one out of the pool of big souls that could potentially happen.
Wait, Doran, he can just Rammus onto you.
Yeah, he can eat oranges. I just don't know whether he'll necessarily be K, as the taunt does come in. There is the orange, and there is Doran being K. So we've got eat oranges be K, and then you've also got Rammus, who's just always okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of okay on both sides of the rift here, as the Powerball once again going to come on through here as Deadly Flourish comes down. Keria will turn up, as Beryl is doing his very best to get value out of this, but he will just get hit by this Zenith Blade, as in goes Keria, and now just looking to try and latch on to Beryl. Shield of Daybreak comes in, but Beryl is going to be okay. The flash from Oner! And he tanks up the turret, but he is not worried about it at all, and as it turns out, Beryl is not actually okay.
Keria coming in at the perfect time, and I thought Beryl might be okay if he didn't get hit by the barrel, but Oner finds the kill first on the board, and it's been a great series for the T1 jungler so far. Doesn't feel like it's stopping here.
Not at all.
Side, though, she will get a demolish down on this plate.
Tibbers. Okay, Lucid looking for a little bit of an angle here, as they might get a bear surprise from the brush.
I feel like they honestly could have dove that, but it just spooked a bit by Faker moving down. Because remember, it's no cleanse on Guma. Shiwu could have set up the
if in doubt, if at first you don't succeed, taunt again.
The walk animation is
it's fantastic, isn't it?
I'm just gonna be real.
This is Molten Rabbits as well, right? One of the oldest skins in the game.
No matter what happens with this series, no matter the outcome, whether DPLUS continue on in their playoff run or not, isn't this the way Beryl wants to go?
Oh, nice taunt to come down there, as Doran was kind of baiting. Cannon Barrage does come on through, as there is the slam from Oner. Picks up yet another one onto Beryl. Oh dear. It's not feeling as okay as it was.
Guys, is Rammus support a scaling pick? I need to...
we could have a look at the support Rammus stats from the LCK to figure that one out, as we're going to check this one out from Oner's perspective.
He closes so much distance here. The E to the minion. Oh man, that was clean.
Yeah.
Max range E to the minion. And then here, you know, Beryl's trying to step up. I feel like roaming would have been better than trying to gank the own lane that has the oranges constantly. And a little slam from Oner.
Yeah, he's like basically Pantheon again.
You know what's the thing as well, right? You're probably thinking, well, how many times will you have seen Rammus that much? How much...
Rammus cam!
Oh man, this is beautiful.
Oh, that is fantastic. Can we have that permanently? I don't need the minimap.
Yeah. I just love the walk,
yeah.
You know? This is Beryl at his finest.
I don't
He may be 0-2, but he's okay.
He is. And he will always be okay. Even if this is the last game that we see from DK in 2025. He's going to be okay.
I don't think Chronicle's going to be okay.
Nah, he'll be okay. He'll recover. I'm sure of it. As Lucid is starting off on these grubs.
Keria actually level 6 already, so being getting a lot of XP. So that Solar Flare is available.
Yeah.
A little spooky.
Speaking of spooky, Oner making his way over, and Beryl getting some work done yet again. Soul Shackles picked up here by Oner. But that is 2 grubs now secured, And it looks like T1 not wanting to contest for the third.
Yeah, Shiwu being here and the fact that Doran doesn't have ult, doesn't have TP, and he's down bot lane. DPLUS move their top laner up, and that's enough to secure them. All three grubs in this situation, so good moves from them.
Oh.
Oner has the Morgana ult, though.
I think they have a game plan.
Beryl, be careful.
They are challenging how okay Beryl is at every turn. As now Aiming's going to get slowed down. There's a Zenith Blade. That'll get the flash out from Aiming. And that is job done here towards his topside shoot. Does make it down towards the bottom lane. We'll be able to clear things out. An 800 gold lead has occurred after those first couple of kills onto Beryl. And it means that Oner is really accelerated once again. And I think he's the guy that you don't want to have accelerated in this series because he's been playing so incredibly well.
Oh, man. Coming in with a Morgana ult.
Oh,
I think Aiming's going to try and ult to assist Beryl.
Well, let's see whether the curtain call is going to work because Beryl is very, very dead. Feats of Warfare do come down. And Keria is able to tank up the turret. It is just that easy as Showmaker comes in. Lucid is taking a dragon. They are trading things for the Rammus.
Look, let's be honest, right? I think other players in the elimination game of playoffs,
Yes.
do or die situation, you're 0-3-0,
Yeah.
could tilt, could maybe, you know, be a little bit nervous.
Not Beryl.
Not Beryl. I think
He is the right one to be 0-3
he's
in this
cool
game.
as a cucumber. Now, his teammates might be feeling the pressure, but I'm certain that Beryl, he's having a good time.
I agree. I just don't know whether that's a good thing for DK yet.
Yeah.
That's the problematic
Jury's
part.
out on that one.
Yeah. As Gumayusi now parked in this mid lane, we'll be able to clear out these minions.
Oner gets the kill again.
Yeah. So he's 750
He
gold
already
ahead.
has a rocket belt.
Yeah. Doesn't feel very fair. As Lucid's still looking for that Eclipse as quickly as possible. Deadly Flourish comes down. Beryl doesn't find the Powerball. And he will just back away. Ooh, Lucid going for some different tech. Profane Hydra coming on in.
Just give you a good amount of burst with that proc, with that active when you get up close. But yeah, big lead for T1 so far, and particularly on that jungle. Obviously, if Oner does overstep and get punished, can wipe a good amount of that lead away. But so far, definitely DPLUS still very playable from this position.
Yeah. Playable, but somewhat difficult, especially when there's a Gangplank. Gangplank going to be printing money towards the top side of the map. You can see already has a gold lead, but a CS disadvantage. That is kind of the TF way. And the Gangplank fits the same bill. Solar Flare going to come on through as... Oh, if at first... wait, they killed Beryl 3 times. Well, never mind. He is going to be able to slam his way over the wall. That was close. Nicely played, but another one does come in there. And they landed onto Lucid. He just gets blown up. And now Beryl will maybe survive. Gets the Powerball out. Is now aiming, trying to get some work done onto Oner. But they had the Cannon Barrage there in position as well. So Oner is going to be just fine. And it's Lucid's turn to die in this game this time.
4 kills now for Oner in this game. Able to pick up another... There's Beryl going back to base. Just walking back home. She
There it
with a little bit of
is.
trouble here. Has to back off away from the tower with the pressure from Keria.
Malignance is done here for Faker as well, so that is a big spike to come on in. He's about 20 CS ahead.
For a second, just because we were talking about Beryl, you're going to say Malignance is done for Beryl, and I was like, what?
That would be dope.
Yeah. Looking rough right now for T1.
Oh no.
Looking rough for the DPLUS fans as well.
Yeah. And
They are on struggle street.
Yeah, if we got a shot of the space, it would look very similar. Or at least a shot of just Chronicler. As the Trinity forces are now in, and yeah, no, he's probably on the floor in the corner.
He's left the building.
Yeah, or left the building.
So this was pretty close. Beryl just making it over the wall with the ultimate. And I was like, damn, he like pixel perfect just got over there. And then DPLUS try and make this into something. Like Lucid's like, okay, I'll go in.
It's a triple Venn diagram as well as all those circles. It's great.
Yeah, Oner nearly gets Beryl as well, but just disengaged in the turret. Using the minion as a little escape route again. And aiming just not really doing enough damage yet to finish him off. And now Oner has a Seeker's Arm Guard, so he's even harder to kill. He already felt pretty difficult to kill.
And it's only going to get worse from here. We do have Blackfire Torch completed here for Showmaker, but he's been a bit of a non-factor so far in this game as Keria just wraps around looking for Shiu. He does press the Grandmaster's Might button, but I still think he's just dead. Lucid turns up, but a little late and finds a couple of pickles, but not too much more.
Yeah, the Grandmaster might not, it seems.
Yeah.
After that one. Well, at least not all the kills are on Oner now. Keria picks one up, should be able to finish his redemption with that one. It just feels a little bit rough for DPLUS from this position. And the composition, I feel like from behind, lacking in the damage department a bit.
Yeah.
You know, the Jhin, definitely not a ton of damage from behind.
Oh,
Neferi and Morgana are definitely these champions where if you're behind, you just can't really kill targets who are a bit bulkier.
And the Gangplank as well is just getting out of control. Gangplank with tempo in a game is just nigh unstoppable.
I mean, he actually has a bigger lead than Oner does.
Yeah, it's completely ridiculous as now Showmaker tries to put down the Soul Shackles and the Redemption helps Faker out here and just destroys the Morgana. Cheeky little assist there from Keria across the map.
Yeah, so
6-0.
Counter matchup, by the way.
Yeah.
Not going so hot.
I don't think the counter factors in Redemption. Otherwise, it would have been fine.
I feel like that, you know, the answer to the counter is just drop a barrel in the head.
Yeah.
Oh no, barrel!
Oh dear, gonna get engaged on once again. Gumayusi gonna come on over, and another slam. This time it just fails, but that's fine. Beryl will get himself out of there. Has to use the ult to do so.
Yeah, little misplay there from Oner. Not sure it would have really led to the kill.
Ramescam.
Yeah.
I love Ramescam.
I'm just glad we can enjoy that, you know, in these trying times.
Look at him, back on the map, getting stuff done. Not dead. Okay, 5,000 gold is the lead, though, for T1 at 15 minutes into this game.
There was that whole momentum thing. How, you know, obviously the strong game 1 from DPLUS, and then game 2 was, you know, was close-ish at first, and then game 3 was more one-sided, and game 4 is this.
Yeah.
Feeling very one-sided at this point, and I think it's going to need like a balance of a mistake from T1, like significant mistakes, but also like a big punish from DPLUS.
He's okay. He's okay. He's okay. Lucid might be okay as well as Faker throws down a bear, but the doggo is looking to take him down. Still very, very close as it's a 1-for-1, but that is 1 on the board for DK.
And I'm pretty sure Faker's worth a lot more gold than Beryl is right now.
I would say so.
I will definitely say, oh no. Wait,
he just gets ignited, and the solar flare comes down, thankfully. Black Shield is going to be there, but he still dies! The last tick, and that's why you buy potions, ladies and gentlemen, I guess.
The thing as well, Keria had redemption.
Oh man, so he was still able to probably kill him.
And he just knew he didn't need it. He was just like, you know what? Calculated. Had it in his head.
Easy.
Worked out the math in a moment. It was like, I don't even need this.
Well, Deadly Flourish comes down. Cone put up there by Gumayusi as Beryl trying to protect his AD carry. That's a dicey one.
Well, you know how obviously we were looking at the jungle matchup and we're like, right, Oner's 4-0, that's a big lead.
Got it.
Not really, because there's a bigger lead between the supports right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a 1.3k gold lead between Keria and Beryl. Again, we haven't seen Rammus support before, so maybe you're supposed to be this far behind in gold.
That's the strategy, actually.
Yes.
As it turns out.
Perhaps.
Well, Keria just gets the ward in and lights him on fire. And just gets a little bit of extra damage with the solar flare.
Well, I think the Black Shield blocked the damage. So
it should have, yeah.
He's just sending the message.
And the message was received.
Yeah.
Yep. It just says, you gotta die. And he did. All right, Keria now in position once again as aiming looks to try and lock him down with the blast cone.
Oh, Beryl
going to get him to safety.
The locket buy, not the redemption. So once the extra resists, the locket gives.
See whether that's going to work out here as the curtains have been called. Gumayusi going to get slowed down momentarily. A couple of bullets will land as now Showmaker. Let's see whether he can land the Dark Binding. And he can't. So Gumayusi does take a lot of bullets. And now we've got Lucid going in and then going untargetable. We'll see whether he can actually survive as the Pickle's not going to connect. And Oner is so incredibly strong. He'll find Beryl yet again as Shir now trying to do something. But he cannot protect his Bowser. He is going to be able to slam his way out. And there is Oner going golden as well. Man, he can afford that? That is ridiculous. As Showmaker looks for the Soul Shackles onto Keria. He does walk his way out. It's only Lucid that's died so far, but now Showmaker might be the one going down. As he flashes away, the Dark Binding will be avoided. And Oner now looks for some chains, but does not get them. And Doran is taking it in a turret in the top lane.
And they got a turret mid as well. I feel like Oner's chains just go further. You know, I feel like the chain length has just been so long whenever he's throwing them out. And DPLUS just going from bad to... Barrel's
Come on, Barrel! Let's protect the turret. He got the barrel.
Gets the taunt.
Barrel versus barrel, as it turns out, it's barrel. Okay, we got a flanking teleport. Let's see whether this one's going to work out as Lucid turns up as well. Doran is the target. He eats some oranges, not quite as K as he wants to be, and so that is a kill. Coming on through for aiming.
And it's only an 8,800 gold lead. It's not, you know, it's, you know,
there we go, Rammus Cam!
Guys, look at the Rammus.
Rammus Cam is helping. Was that a steal? No, Lucid managed to get it.
Look at him go.
There it is. All right.
I like this Celestial opposition, just forming that perfect sphere around him.
Yeah.
Very nice.
He is spherical already. It's just nice to have the coordination of spheres.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there was a step in the right direction, right? Doran died. I don't know whether it really impacts the outcome.
500 gold ahead.
Yeah. He has a collector and a BF sword in comparison to the tunneler. All right, flash out from Faker. Showmaker looks for a bit of an angle. Curtain Call comes in alongside the Black Shield, and aiming is able to finish it off.
I like how Faker was like, maybe Tibbers can block the shot.
Didn't quite work out there, but still, sometimes you just got to throw it down. He's got Malignance, it'll be fine. It'll be back off. As they might be able to get themselves a turret. That could be a big deal.
Oh, with the objective bounty.
There it is.
Hey, the gold lead.
It's
a lot
only
less.
7.7k.
Oh, that's than it has been for a while. Okay, Barrel's going in.
This might be a bridge too far, as Shiu is actually over here. Looks to dive in on top of Keria, but the Cloud Rift going to be helping out. Now the Cannon Barrage comes on through. Grandmaster's Might once again. Not going to quite be enough as the bullet time finishes off the Jax. And now Lucid just desperately trying to jump over a wall. He might be able to do so, but instead, it's Gumayusi that locks this one up. T1 dropping their wallets on them in the end is now aiming, looking for an angle. Showmaker, can you actually find the CC? As Barrel power slams! And he's dead. Gumayushi's going to be able to lock that one up. And now Showmaker, oh, the chains just barely missing a link. And Showmaker will be able to walk his way out. The Rift Herald partying here on this top side. As Doran, where are we going?
Oh, Doran?
But he could
have hit the tower.
T1
question mark ping the tower. Doran. Like, what are you doing?
He just wants Shelly to help with the Otacon.
Yeah, there were definitely some question mark things coming out on Doran for that one.
Yeah, he was allowing Shelly to now help them secure this, which will go to T1 while we watch this replay.
No man left behind, or no woman.
Yes.
Keeping Shelly with them. So, yeah, the binding comes through, and unfortunately Tibbers not able to block that one. So they get the Annie, and then DPLUS like, hey, it's go time. We have a man advantage. We can make something happen. Unfortunately, they don't have a gold advantage.
No.
And they just kind of get run down and just aren't really able to pose any threat at all at any point during this passage of play. It's just a big running montage.
They did manage to escape with a few people, though.
Yeah, not everyone died, so it could be worse.
Indeed. Okay, this dragon now up and available. T1, they can take it whenever they would like, is what I would expect.
I feel like I ran out of good things to say like 7 minutes ago. We need the Rammus Cam again.
Yeah, Rammus Cam could really help.
Yeah.
We're in need. We'll see whether we can get that message across so we can get some Rammus Cam for everyone that is looking for it.
There we go.
Oh, thank goodness. Look at him go.
Look how great that looks. Little side to side.
He looks like a prize from one of those gacha machines.
He does. You gotta open him up.
Oh, and if you got that prize, it would be so good.
Yeah. I feel better already.
Right? Oh, that was great. That was exactly what we needed. Thank you so much, LCK. And now we're back into it. We were talking about the fact that T1 could just take the dragon. They indeed took the dragon.
Yep.
Okay. DK have the only Sundered Sky on the map. That's got to be a good thing, right?
Ooh, actually, yes. Sundered Sky advantage.
Yeah. They don't have Collector advantage, though, because there are two of them on T1.
Yeah. They also don't have Redemption advantage.
True. They do have Locket advantage, though. Are we just going to go through items that each team has specifically?
Don't have Profane. They do have Profane Hydra advantage. Don't have Malignance advantage.
Yeah, not so much. Yeah, they're soon to not have Death Cap advantage either, as Faker is about to put that together. It's a little dangerous, as Beryl and Keria do at least cross paths. Not too much more going to happen, as DK are restricted to behind their inner turrets. That is adorable.
Look at him.
What is happening here?
What's going on?
What the heck? That's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so glad that the Korean broadcast as well has realized that this is the more important thing to focus on. As, all right, we got a slam on in here from Beryl, who taunts up Oner. Oh, it's not actually on the Korean broadcast. This is actually Jisun and Yundo that are doing this just for us. Oh, that is even better.
We're blessed.
As we might be blessed with a team fight as well, as Beryl is in a bit of trouble. Some bullets coming on through there, stolen away by Oner, as it's curtains for Beryl once again for the 6th time. We call that the reverse Oner from the Pantheon game. He's trying to go the distance.
You know what?
The other direction.
If he's gonna go out, this is the most Beryl way to go out I could possibly imagine.
It certainly is.
Oh man.
No, not like this.
And the thing is, this is a very serious series, right? The stakes are huge.
They are.
They're on the border of going on in playoffs, securing the spot at Worlds, a chance to play against Gen G, to go on further and try and get the LCK trophy. But we also have a 0-6-1 Rammus support. and what am I supposed to say?
Yeah, it is hard to keep up the epic nature of what this best of 5 represents. So maybe we'll save that for when Nexuses are exploding.
I think that's a good plan.
Some shackles coming
Okay.
on through. Dark Binding will connect here as the taunt comes down as well. The chain CC comes in. Doran is difficult to kill, but aiming, he's got a 3rd bullet, and he's going to put it in the Pirate.
There's some value.
Something back.
And you know, aiming's 3-0, so he's bordering on being able to do the nicer team thing.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
He's playing Jin.
Yeah.
Which to me makes that irrelevant.
Oh, true.
Sadly. But I'm a bit of a Jin anti. Less so this year. I feel like I have turned a corner. Still don't like it very much as far as being able to do damage in the later portions of the video game.
I think it's not really helpful when you're 10,000 goal behind.
Yes, the 0-6 Rammus
I was going to say they're only 9,900, but then it ticked over to 10,000 again.
Yeah, it got worse again, didn't it? Infinity Edge is now done for Gumayusi, speaking of things getting worse, but aiming does have 3 items as well. They're just worse.
Yeah, I mean...
Not that much worse. Bit worse.
Okay. Look, all they have to do is if they kill Doran before the fight starts, and they don't expend anything major, then the gold's basically even.
Correct. There you go. Also, all they have to do is kill the Nexus, as Beryl is going to discover Oner, or has Oner discovered Beryl? Not sure, but Gumayushi's going to make his way up as well.
Oh my god, he nearly died.
Yeah, so much damage.
Look at his health!
Yeah, the cannon barrage comes down, and Beryl just barely survives.
You know, if he wasn't playing Rammus, maybe he would have died, so...
Oh, there it is, the Rammus support value coming in hot.
Yeah.
Didn't even need to use the locket.
God bless.
Fine. As, all right, flash in from Shu, looking for Faker here. But Faker's still offering a fair bit of damage back, and
they got him.
They did manage to get him.
Okay.
And also getting the bear value as well as buttons.
There could have been a Teemo there, you know, for all we knew.
And this is Summoner's Rift. There is always a Teemo there.
Exactly. So I think they were maybe thinking Lucid Meister, but I don't know.
Sometimes you got to send it.
Sometimes you just send it.
And honestly,
oh my God,
them not having those buttons
that's
doesn't
a
really
3.5 level lead.
Oh my god.
This is just... Guys, in case you thought the game was close, in case you...
Yeah.
Maybe you've got like actual tunnel vision and you can't see the outside of the screen, you can't see the scoreboard at the top.
Oh, Shiu actually able to avoid the barrels. That was very cute. Does manage to get the last one as well, and leaps away.
There you go.
That was a positive play.
Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, if you just can't see any of the scoreboard, then I'm glad we have these little pop-ups to remind us that the game...
Also, the minions just got bounty gold.
Nice. Good work, minions.
Okay, let's have a look at this one again as, Faker sieging an inner turret here at this stage of the game. And Shiu just jumps on him.
Yeah. Able to find Faker when he didn't have his stun immediately prepped. He did obviously prep it with the tibbers, but the stun came down first and aiming there just to help with the follow-up. It's little things. Is it enough to get them back in the game? Absolutely not. But if this keeps happening, again and 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 again,
like it already has,
and again,
yes,
then we can have a conversation about whether that's enough to get them back in the game. But for now, still very favored towards T1. They are now one dragon away from Seoul.
I like
and
this.
Still setting up around
this is
Baron.
Full screen, Rammus Cam. Did you see that?
Yeah, they're speeding around in the... Oh, they're just starting up the Baron. They're like, guys, we've been messing around too much. Let's spice things up a bit.
Well, it's precisely what they're going to do. Lucid going to be able to dodge the Solar Flare relatively well. Bullet Time is going to get eaten as well. And Beryl finding a wraparound, looking for Keria. Let's see whether they can actually lock him down. Down he will go. There's now Shiu. Oh, the Cannon Barrage not getting the most value. Shiu's actually able to go golden as well. But the Leap Strike gets himself out of there. Faker follows with a huge bear, though. Drops it on top of them, aiming just barely, limping his way out. And it's the flash in from Oner. Finds the slam to take down the Jhin. Showmaker just doing his best to clear out some of these minions. And the Soul Shackles to come on forward. He's dead, ladies and gentlemen, although he does flash to get himself... Oh my, what the heck just happened? Okay, Showmaker's sort of lived. This game's a mess.
There's a lot of damage coming through. I feel like T1 just beat them down with the wallets. Only Keria dies. The rest of DPLUS just have to run away. I mean, only Showmaker. He's still running. He's still going.
He is. He's on a mission.
Nowhere is safe for him. And the Baron's going to go over to T1. Hard to see. I mean, initially, they got the pick on a Keria, right? They go for Lucid. Lucid able to dodge away from the Solar Flare and then go untargetable from the ult from the MF. And then here, they get the root back. They actually managed to kill Keria. Then the follow-up fight, Shiwu just gets, like, exploded. Does manage to just survive with the stasis. Beryl gives him a route out, but then Faker flashes over and does so much damage. And look at the Pyroclasm that follows aiming. Nearly takes them out. Tibbers is just trying to run him down. And then the Power Slam. Actually, it's not... What's his ult called?
It is Slam. I can't remember what the first part of the slam... Soaring Slam.
Oh, because it's Q's Power Ball. So I was combining abilities.
You were.
Sorry about that.
I used to think it was the Tremors. I like the Tremors from Rammus.
Yeah?
When his ultimate just did a circle around him a bunch of times and it just went ba-bonk, ba-bonk, ba-bonk.
Yeah, it's pretty cool now, a little like flip.
It's definitely an actual ultimate now.
Yeah.
It feels a lot better.
If only he was an actual champion as a support.
Yeah.
Oh man, this has been a journey. 12,000 gold lead. Closing on 13,000. T1 pushing in to end the game, end the series, and DPLUS final chance to put a stop to this.
Well, let's see what they can do here. The wallets are extraordinarily heavy. Knees weak and all that sort of stuff. Not sure about Mom Spaghetti because Boris doesn't sell that. This turret is going to survive at least for the moment, but Oner is just going to come through and take this one down. That is a taunt on top of Oner, and he goes golden with that Zhonya's purchased earlier. Now Lucid in a little bit of trouble as he is able to get through the base gate.
Oner's 5 levels up on Lucid. He is 5 levels up on Lucid.
He's level 18. He's 2 levels above the highest level on the other team, and now they go in. Faker is going to go down. Shiu's going to go golden once again. The interruption is decent as Lucid gets into the backline to take down Gumayusi. And Shiu looking for an angle. There is no Zhonya's on Oner, and that is actually going to be almost an ace. Doran is alive, but DK just won a fight.
How did they just win a fight this far down in gold? It was 13,000 plus. Oner was 5 levels up on his counterpart, and DPLUS aren't ready to be done yet. Look, level 18 to level 13. T1 think they have the series done. They think they've tasted victory. They think they're done. And they go in over-aggressive here. Faker ends up stepping too far. I believe gets hit by a binding.
Let's see how this one actually does. Have Deadly Flourish.
Deadly Flourish comes out. The follow-up is all there. He gets deleted. And then they try and chase in afterwards. And that 4th shot from aiming, the follow-up as well from Shiwu and from Lucid does enough. And then the route onto Oner under the tower. Remember, he doesn't have the stasis anymore. He goes down. And that's a ton of gold for DPLUS and a ton of experience as well. This game, for the past maybe 20 minutes, has looked done and over. And look, it is still not in a good position for DPLUS, but it's the most life we've seen from them for maybe half an hour.
And it's been 32 minutes of this game. Maybe you can include part of the other game as well, but being able to get a few things back, certainly important, as DK might be in position to try and challenge for this dragon. Aiming is pretty strong, as you can see by that dragon damage. And now Lucid, oh my god, those barrels hurt so much. The cannon barrage comes down as well. Aiming does a lot of damage, but that is going to be Cloud Soul coming in. But there's the slam from Beryl. They're looking to try and take down Gumayusi, but Oner is able to take him down. Oh my god, the damage from T1 is disgusting. Showmaker looking to lock down Faker, but I just don't think it's going to work. Aiming, finding some bullets, but there he goes. That's the ace. That's the last-ditch effort. And T1 here in Game 4 will book their ticket to Worlds and give themselves a chance to still win the LCK here in 2025.
The back-to-back world champions won't be denied an opportunity to run it back one more time and still can run that lower bracket and try and win the LCK.